Hi everyone, and welcome to another NintendoFuse GameChat. Today we are discussing Tales from the Arcade Fartmania for the Nintendo Switch.
Aliens come and they decide to abduct a bunch of pigs, and you are one pig that gets abducted, but you fart in the UFO and they kick you out because you stink up the ship, and you need to go rescue your friends. And this is a very old school arcade style game where it's a vertical platformer where you have to start in the ground, you have to get all the way up to the UFO, and by doing that, you have to fart. Whenever you jump, you're farting. That's how you propel yourself, and you can hold the button down and do a high jump with a bigger fart. And there's super fart power ups you can get that launch you up. And as you climb higher and higher, there's pigs you can rescue. There's spikes, and if you get hit by a spike, you don't die or anything. You just fall until you hit solid ground. So you could fall just a short distance or a long distance, depending on how it is, and you have infinite jumps, you infinite farts. You've ate a lot of beans. You just keep farting, so you could push the button, the jump button, multiple times in the air and kind of like hover and make sure your angle's right. And when you finally get to the airship or the UFO, the boss, you defeat it and it just flies higher. And you have to do this 3 times. And when you do it the third time, the UFO crashes and you're there with a bunch of the rescued pig. And I'm like, all right, next level, right? And nope, nope, that was it. That was the game. I was over. I beat it, and I was like, "Oh, you want to do it again? You didn't rescue all the pigs." And I was kind of like, "No, I'm good. Thanks for playing." Greg, what were your thoughts?
First, it definitely took me a little while to discover you could actually do it multiple times, like even like in the midair, because like there is a little pipe at on the intro screen, and then you can kind of go down there and it shows you like all the credits for like all the developers that made the game and contributed towards it. But then since you're going down a pipe, you don't quite realize like, oh, you could double jump yet at this point. It doesn't even tell you that. I'm like, did I just like soft lock myself? But then I like hit the button like in midair, and then I was like, oh, you can actually really go like a lot higher because like playing as like big Mario fan, you go down the pipe. So that was like the first thing that drew my attention on the very first screen because that didn't really look like you could go any further up because I didn't understand like you would be sailing through the entire adventure. But once I had that figured out, it was just kind of smooth sailing, and it was almost playing like a vertical version of like kind of like Flappy Bird kind of thing. It would just dodge all the spikes, dodge all the obstacles, and then occasionally rescue a pig or find like one of the super power ups. I mean, I did like the way that they integrated some of those because there was one particular section where you actually had to grab it, and then it like took you into like an encased area full of spikes to rescue the one pig, and then there was another one of those to get you out of that area. So I thought that was actually pretty cool the way they implemented that. So you couldn't access this area unless you actually did the one power up thing to kind of boost you through. So that was really cool. But like like it was a very short lived experience. And as soon as you get to the UFO the third time, and you're like, oh, is it going higher, or am I doing another level or level 2? But no, it's just, oh, here's your total run, and like you can go back and try to find all the pigs and anything else that you missed. And like, well, I don't know if I really want to do that at this point in time, like you. So that it was very kind of interesting to kind of see it there.
I was gonna say this is if you enjoy arcade style games like the shorter arcades, you know, there's a lot of fun to be had here. Like it's not a bad game at all. In fact, it controls really well. It's fun and entertaining. It's just short. If you have kids, that find farts funny, truthfully, this one game could probably entertain them for hours because they might not even play the game. They might just have fun on the title screen, just farting around and laughing hysterically at it. I mean, in that case, it's worth its price in gold. It's entertain a kid, and I think in that regard, especially with friends, it's the type of game that I would definitely boot up if friends came over and be like, "Hey, check this game out," just because it's funny.
Yeah.
It's not deep; it's just funny.
I know one thing that I did really enjoy actually is like a number of the characters on the ground on the title screen actually have like other dialogue when you actually fart in front of them, and I thought I was even getting a kick out of some of that too. But I was kind of disheartened when like the developers that pipe area that I mentioned didn't have any reaction to it. But at least like the main pigs and the villagers before they get abducted, like they do have like some of them have a few like dialogue things that's kind of humorous in nature. Though, just wanted to at least
I
point out that part of it before the
No,
complete.
I agree. And you could tell the developers just had fun doing this. Like this was just s- what's the silliest thing we could create, and let's try and create it.
The game is priced at $4.99 at the time of this recording, and outside of like your what you just said, is this a game that you would recommend for like the average person to pick up, or is it more just like a more fun to just show everybody how ridiculous it is?
I think if you enjoy arcade style games and you enjoy fart humor, you might find $5 worth of entertainment. Especially if you have kids that like farts, then you'll definitely find $5 worth of entertainment. You may get tired and or sick and tired of hearing fart sounds, depending on the kids, but um, otherwise, I mean, if you was on sale, and you like again arcade style platformers, you can do worse. Like it's not the best game in the world, but it's not the worst. It's just a fun little diversion. You know, it's a just a fun little arcade style game. If you hate arcade style games and you absolutely hate farts, then go elsewhere because you will hate this game.
Yeah, I think I pretty much fully agree with you. I think if you appreciate that, I don't know if appreciate is even the best word, but if you like that kind of humor, then there's easily $5 worth of content, even if it's just a singular level and just beating like the UFO 3 different times or whatever. But um, I don't know how much replayability average person will get. I mean, I'm sure there will be some people that want to like go through and try to challenge like the leaderboards, which is also part of the game as well too. But unless, as you said, Barry, if you're absolutely anti farts or anti pigs or even want like something that has more sustenance than like a single level, then this is going to be the game for you to begin with. But and at its current price, I think it would easily as a recommendation because I do enjoy a lot of vertical platformers, and I think you can at least get $5 worth of enjoyment out of it, even if it's just chuckling a few times at the absurdity of the pig there. So, yeah, and if you liked this game chat, you can check out our YouTube channel for at NintendoFuse. We also have our blog and website with the same name, NintendoFuse.com, where you can see all of our thoughts and other videos and other everything else that we post on our social media pages, along with our website and YouTube channel. So, have a good take care, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.